Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and welcome to Cheer Corner. So it's Monday, and that means it's time for my Cheer Corner video. And in Cheer Corner, I make a card with you. And lately, I've been sharing the measurements, although far too late most of the time. I sometimes forget. But the point of the matter is to change the world one card at a time. So I share a card with you, and you can nominate someone to receive that card. Now, last week's card went to Carolyn Vander Straten, and she was nominated by Bianca Rebel. I did have another nomination from YouTube, but that person did not email me the address. So do check if you nominate someone. Check to see, like wherever you've commented, whether it's on YouTube or on Facebook. I will try to message you or reply to your comment. But if I don't hear back, then I go with a second nomination. Okay, so just so you know. And the other thing I'd like to encourage you to do is to make the card yourself and send it to someone. So, are you ready? Now, I do have to apologize. It's an incredibly sunny day today, which is fantastic in the Netherlands. But even with the shades down, I still have shadows. I dragged my table away from the window. I've done everything I can to eliminate the shadows. I was even going to postpone the video, but I thought, no, I really want to make this card with you. So we're going to make the best of it, but there will be a few shadows. So, oh, and I've focused in too much. So let's zoom out. Okay, so this was the thing of measurement. So we have one large Memories and More card, and it's basic white, and it measures 4¼ inches by 6¼ inches. So my smoky slate piece is 4 by 6. My basic black piece, 3 7/8 by 5 7/8, and then a basic white piece, 3 5/8 by 5 5/8. And I've already taken this piece and stamped in Versamark and white embossed. We're going to cut that apart. I have fussy cut the drum set from the Enjoy the Rhythm, and also this, I don't know if that's a banjo or what it is, but feel free to comment in there. This is the stamp set, Enjoy the Rhythm. So we're using this stamp, and the music one, okay? This is so much fun. This is not my original card. I will include the name. Let me just see. It's Carrieannacards. Carrieanna's Craft Nest, and that's all the information that I have. If I find out more, I will share with you. She combined it with Nuts About Squirrels, and she used this branch stamp set to get this. Look at this. How cool is that? I would never have thought about that. Some people are so creative. So that's what she's used for the carrot tops. And then she took the eyes from the squirrels to make the eyes on the carrots. So what I did was I stamped the squirrels, and I cut out the eyes ahead of time and glued them on. So my carrots are stamped and ready to go. If you want to see how the carrots are made, you can look at other carrot videos. There's all kinds of them, because this fun carrot stamp set is free with Saleabration. Now I'm just going to pause for a second and check out the Facebook and see if anybody is joining me. I do this only a few times during my video because I know how frustrating it can be if you're watching the replay afterwards or if you're watching it on YouTube. It's not nice to have constant interruption with people saying, oh, hi, so-and-so. So I do that a little bit, and I especially like to answer your questions. So if you have any questions, please do comment, okay? I see that there's nothing right now, so I'm going to just keep going. So we're going to start with the easy part. So we have 3 stamp sets, the Thanks a Bunch with the carrots, and then we're going to use this as grass, like this. I know, crazy, hey? And then the Nuts About Squirrels for the eyes and for the carrot top, and then the Enjoy the Rhythm with the drum set, this stringed instrument, and the music. So let's get started. I ran this through the embossing folder that goes with the motorcycle set. Okay, so we'll do that first. I'm gonna get some, and I hope that the shadows aren't too bad. It is now February the 6th. Is it the 6th today or the 7th? No, it's the 6th. That means in 3 weeks, Gerard and I are going to be on an airplane winging our way to Canada. Super excited to have Gerard come back to Canada. We're going to spend some time with the kids. I'm going to be doing some in-person classes. Of course, we're going to spend time with my mom. Okay, so now we're going to put the black piece on there. So that's really exciting, and we're going to be spending our 6-month anniversary on the plane. I thought that was very fitting. We're going to tell the KLM people, and I'm wondering if they're going to do something special for us. They can be so thoughtful sometimes, so we'll see what they say. And see, so there's a nice edge all the way around. Not as much as I thought. I should have maybe made this a little bit smaller, but I just copied Carrieanna's card. Okay, and now we're going, this is where the interesting part comes. Let's first chop that up. I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's see. I only want the birthday and the rock from that part. So I'm getting my paper trimmer in here and just lay this on here. So this is how you can use bits and pieces of your, you can even use your scissors if you want here. And I'm just looking through my little slot in the paper trimmer, rock, and then I want birthday. So, and I think that one is stamped a little crookedly, so that makes it a little trickier. Here. And a little bit further. Now this is super tricky. I would recommend that if you're not that comfortable with your paper trimmer, use scissors, because you don't want to cut apart your, see, and I don't have enough room to hold on to this, so I'm going to use scissors as well. So I'm just going to go like, oh, and I have a piece of something stuck to my scissors. I was trimming some stamps. So here we have birthday. I'm going to trim this off. So put that here, and I don't know what happened to my rock. Oh, there it is. Good. And there we have it. So now we have birthday rock. Now we're going to take this stamp here. Oh. And I'm just going to put it on a block. I usually use a stamp apparatus, but I'm not going to this time. And I like to use this black piece from my stamp apparatus. It's quite handy. And we're going to use Memento Black. I didn't give the ink colors, but I'll share those later, okay, so that you know. And here we go. Oh, and you know what? She actually cut these out. You know what I'm going to do? She didn't have the treble clef, but you know what? Mine doesn't have to be the same. I don't want to be difficult. I'm just going to use the treble clef here. Why not? So, and now we're going to do the grass. Now, a lot of demonstrators have seen this possibility. I did not see it. I'll admit that right away. To use the carrot piece as grass. And again, Carrieanna has, she used this and she cut it out. I'm not cutting it out. I'm just going to stamp along the bottom. I'm going to stamp in Granny Apple Green and in Garden Green to give us a little bit of layers. So here. But isn't that cool? It really does look like grass. And you know what? I was going to use a second color. I was going to use Garden Green as well, but I'm not going to. And I'm going to stamp off. I'm just going to grab some paper from my own packaging. And now I'm just going to go and add a little bit in like so. Just to add a little bit more color and depth. Okay. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky for me. I'm going to adhere this to my card. And then we're going to start building the card. And then I have to actually do a little bit of drawing with the Stampin' Write marker. I'm not excited about that at all. I hate drawing. Even stick figures are not something that I love, which is why I fell in love with stamping. Anyone else feel that way? I hope you guys are taking the time to comment. Even though I'm not interacting with you, I will go back and answer all your comments later. And I like it when you guys interact with each other. Please do that. And if you haven't yet, I'm really hoping that you also subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's easier to find my videos back on YouTube than it is on Facebook. So just keep that in mind. All right, so now what we're going to do, I'm going to move this out of the way. It's looking quite good already, isn't it? We're going to add the green pieces to our carrot people, okay? And she's used 3 of these on the back. Okay, so I'm going to flip them over and just add a little adhesive to the back of each one. So, and then I'm going to turn it so that I can see what I'm doing. So, and you can use both ends to stick out above your carrot person. See, like this. And I could use my silicone mat, but I'm just kind of dangling up in the air here. And maybe we'll give them a different haircut. This one's going to have the one end. Here. Oh. Okay, let's turn this one around. You know what? I ran out of glue. That's the one thing about turning it upside down. I didn't get all the way to the back. There. All right, now we're just going to go like so. There. And then while I have them upside down, I am looking for my dimensionals. I'm going to put a dimensional on the back to secure them all, just in case I didn't do a good enough job. I don't want my carrot man falling apart. So I'm putting 2 dimensionals on the back. See, doesn't he look cute? All right, and now this one. And this one I'm going to put the other, I'm not going to even look. I'm going to trust myself. Here. And here. So he's going to have slightly different hair because I've flipped them. Can't even really tell. They look pretty stinking cute though, don't they? Thank you to Carrieanna for this genius card. I did share it earlier on my Pampered Stamper favorite finds, but I thought, you know what, it's fun to actually see how a card is put together. So now, I'm going to do this. And, ooh, it's really hard to know which, okay. We're going to put this guy on the one side, like so. And now comes the hard part. He's going to get some stick arms and stick legs. Well, maybe I have to wait. I'll give him the stick legs. And maybe, you know what, instead of the black marker, I think I want to use the black blend because it's even darker. That scares me a little bit. But here we go. There, that wasn't so bad. And I should have done it before. I should have made the stick legs because now he's got a little bit of black on his body. He's standing a little bit funny. Anyway, guys, you know what? This is just fun, and we're just going to make the best of it. And if I can do it, you guys can certainly do it. Now we're going to put his musical instrument across, and then I have to draw his arms on. I know, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? Okay. Oh, and he needs a smile too, and eyebrows. Okay, I'm going to go with the marker because the blend scared me a little bit. So, here. That's okay. And a smile. Oh, he's looking pretty cute. And then his arm. Oh, I did it. I did it. His legs aren't great, I have to say. His legs are definitely not great. Okay, now we're going to do the drum set. And I think I used blends, a blender pen, and I used ink because I thought that the blends would be too strong. So I'm going to pop this guy up, and I'm just going to use dimensionals along the edge because I have to tuck the carrot musician in behind the drum set, and I might have to trim them up. So let's have a look. Okay, I'm kind of really relieved that this is going as well as it has because I was quite nervous about it. Because even though I can make good cards, I still do not consider myself to be artistic in the sense that drawing terrifies me. Okay, so here we go. There's the drum set. And now Mr. Carrot Man is going to come in behind here. Oh yeah, that works. He's not hiding in behind the back. This is good. You just didn't want the carrot sticking out the bottom. So here we go. Let's see. Oh yeah, and his arms have to go to, he's got to go a little bit far. Oh, you know what? He is almost sticking out the bottom. So you know what we're going to do? We're just going to trim him a little bit. No one's going to see that he's been mutilated. Okay, so, and it also, it looks nicer when the two carrot guys are different heights. There. There's Mr. Carrot number 2. And we're going to give him a smile and some eyebrows. Oh, he's licking his lips a little bit. So eyebrows are a little nice, right? See how with the different eyebrows, they have different personalities? Yeah, this is quite fun. Okay, now we're going to give him a little bit of a stick arm. He's doing his banging thing. There. And then the last thing is we're going to add our birthday rock. And I don't know. Yeah, there's something else. This little line, she used this. I mean, honestly, this card is genius. I'm just so impressed with all the little details. So I'm just going to lay this here for a minute. She's got the birthday going like that, and then with the line right here. So I'm going to stamp the line first before I seal the deal. And I need smoky slate. I'm glad I moved my, I guess I could use gray granite too. Smoky slate isn't close by. I'm going to use gray granite because that's what I have. Tap, tap. So the birthday's going to go, yeah, about there. Like so. And then on the other side, about like so. There. So that's going to go like so. See, and now it looks like it actually is meant to be there and it's not just floating. And I should have done this before I did the hair on the carrot. So now we have to go like this. We're going to give him a bit of a funky do for a minute because I wasn't thinking ahead of time. So we're just going to bend his hair out of the way. And the rock has to go right above here. Well, I'm not so sure about that. Birthday rock. Yeah. Okay, that wasn't such a great thing. There. It's kind of going to go right over top of his hair. It's going to have to. You know what? He's getting a haircut. There. Junior's got a brush cut. Okay, that works. I had to do that. Isn't that funny? Okay, I feel better. So now I want to find, this is super important, I want to find my little black mini dimensionals. Let's see. Here we go. Because they're small and they're not going to show up. Because you don't want a dimensional showing so that you see a little bit of white. This way, if I don't quite get right in there, I think I did a good job, then you just see black on black. There, and I'm trying to line up the straight edges of the dimensional with the straight edge of my saying. Okay. There. So birthday goes here, and then the rock is going, and then I think she finished it off with, it looked like googly eyes, but I think what she did was take a pearl, and I'm just going to have a look. Okay, you guys can see me. I'm just going to check my Facebook for a minute. And hello, Amy. Thank you. Hi, Anna. I'm glad that it's easy to follow. So I'm glad that you're also, I'm just not pulling this out of my hat about YouTube. I really do think that YouTube is the place to go to help you find things. There's a really good search, and it can be so frustrating when you want to find something and you can't. I'm going to just grab some pearls, okay, so that you guys can see this. All right. Oh, good. That didn't take long at all because I thought this would be fun. And I'm just guessing that this is what she did. Let me just go out of here. Okay. So now I'm going to take my little black blend, and I'm going with the medium one. I think medium? Yeah. And then look, just give it a little dot, like so. And then you've got your own googly eye. I'm going with 5, an odd number. It just adds to the funkiness of this card. It's a little detail, but it's really one that I love. Okay, let's have a look-see. Now I need my pokey tool. The card. Let's see. I don't think the shadows are too bad. Here, and even my bad cold isn't too bad either. It hasn't affected my voice. So here. And I'm hoping I can touch it with my finger. Yeah, that didn't hurt it. Because I should have done this ahead of time and had them dry, but I had a nice long call with my daughter. And you know what? When your girl calls, you don't say, no, I have work to do. You take the time, and technology is awesome. It's so nice to connect. Okay, I'm having a hard time picking this up. I know some of you guys have great success with the other end of the pokey tool, the putty part. I don't. That thing drives me crazy. I have no success with it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but the thing dries out on me. It comes out too fast. I've had nothing but problems. So I don't try to sell that thing, but I know some of you guys really like it. There. And one more. Where am I going to put the last one? Here. Okay. So I hope that you, if you live in Canada, that you order some Stampin' Up! Stuff from me. Celebration is in full swing, and they've added some great new things. You know what? I can't get that last one, so I have another idea. And I don't know why I didn't think of this. Let's put it here. Look, you put your pearl on, and then you put your little dot on. And you can still get the clasp between Sam, Donald, Poodles, and I. We did a fantastic Valentine's class together, and it's only $5. So if you go on my blog, thepamperedstamper.com, at the top there's tutorials, PDF tutorials. Click on that one, and you can just purchase it, and it will immediately get emailed to you. So anyway, guys, there's my card, and I just want to say thank you so much. Don't forget to nominate someone for this cheer corner. It says birthday rock, but we could change it to rock my world if it's not somebody's birthday, but I don't know if I want to go through all the hassle of making that card again. It's quite a nice card, but there are a lot of pieces to it. This is a fun one. It's going to be hard for me to give it away. Let me know if you make this card too. I would love to hear your stories. I would love to hear how much fun it was. Anyway, I'm glad you joined me today. I'm looking forward to answering your comments. Hope you have a super day. And remember, together we can change the world one card at a time. Bye.